The road gives them an inn, a fire, food, music, a room with a door that closes out the world for one night. After tunnels, cliffs, and dread, it should feel like safety. Instead, it feels like a pause before something harder than danger. Because some truths can be outrun, some can be buried, and some wait quietly at the edge of a bed just before they're spoken. The road gives them an inn, a fire, food, music, a room with a door that closes out the world for one night. After tunnels, cliffs, and dread, it should feel like safety. Instead, it feels like a pause before something harder than danger. Because some truths can be outrun, some can be buried, and some wait quietly at the edge of a bed just before they're spoken.
Cullen, Avon. DagGar climbs up from my pack, grabs my hair with both front paws, and settles in. He calls this riding the goat, which still gets a chuckle out of me. You good up there?
Good? Nah, don't think I've ever been good. I've got a bad streak in me I just can't shake.
Shinbo, you're the rash in the garden's bottom.
Cair, once quick to scoff or sigh at DagGar's antics, now seems resigned. Either camaraderie's worn him down, or he's learned better than to provoke the little creature's jokes. Dusk deepens. From time to time, someone glances back toward Dire Wood, where the sky still glows faintly. Just as I'm about to call a halt, DagGar gives my hair a solid tug and,
Land ho!
"Ah-ya!" I yelp, jerking to a stop.
Avast, ye fateful mount! Thar be timbers to be shivered, and lovers to land!
Sharael giggles at the nonsense. DagGar starts kicking the side of my neck like he's spurring a horse.
Shinbo, you cockeyed wallaby. You be right. I see window light ahead.
That'll be the halfway in. Only stop before Teppinsfield, then on to Rivette.
Could it be Teppinsfield?
No, the mountains widen. Teppinsfield's nestled between 3 large foothills. We've 3 days' walk, I'd say.
Giddy up!
DagGar urges, still kicking. I ignore the jostling and press on at my own pace. The halfway inn looms ahead, a massive 3-story structure done in whitewash and black trim. Wrought iron scrollwork accents the windows. 2-wheeled carts cluster outside, and a barn squats nearby for livestock.
I was here 2 years back.
We were here. And we had a mite bit of fun, too.
Oh?
Farthen raises an eyebrow.
A bit of a ruckus. Some high goblins were shaking down Eric, the owner. Protection fees, they said. Eric might have tolerated it. He figured it was worth the coin. Trouble was, gobbers can't share a good racket. One gang leads to another, and soon Eric's paying too much. He panicked. Didn't know what to do, until we showed up. Me, Cair, and 6 of his soldiers. We hunted the gobbers. They wouldn't surrender, so we dealt with them.
I lost 1 elf to that. Good soldier. Still regret letting you talk me into it.
Not I. You weren't all that against it. You'd have done it even if I hadn't pushed.
Cair's quiet a moment.
It's true.
As we near the door, the sound of a busy tavern leaks through the walls. Cair halts us a few meters from the entrance, gives the unnecessary reminder to behave. Doesn't mention it, but everyone knows razor hunters will be watching. DagGar releases some of my hair. Cair scowls. Sharael giggles. My guess? DagGar just saluted. I don't ask. The door swings open as 2 men step out. They leave it wide for us. Once they've gone a respectable distance, Cair leads the way in. The tavern bustles. We passed no one on the road, but clearly people stop here for the night.
Carolosis!
A booming voice calls. A plump man with a white apron and a neatly trimmed beard strides toward us, arms open.
Eric Tenderlin, Law Lord of the Halfway Stretch.
The man beams at the title, his clean white apron barely containing his round belly. DagGar leans into my ear.
Don't call him Tenderloin. And whatever you do, don't mention the secret handshake of Mant Toth, second lieutenant of the stonemasons in Rivet.
Wasn't going to, I mutter.
Oh, phew. That one's been worrying me for days.
Cair, Shawn, fantastic. What brings you this way?
Well, you know.
Oh, of course. Hush, hush business. Come in, come in. My house is your house. Staying the night?
Yes, if you have the room.
Always do. For you and Shawn.
And my companions, Sharael Muldean, Cullen Avon, and Farthen Feltlin.
Eric stutters. The place is packed. For a moment he looks panicked. I can sleep in the barn, I offer, before Eric has a full panic attack. The idea seems to tempt him, which is no surprise. Cair's face tightens, clearly not thrilled by the suggestion. No need to displace your paying guests, I add. Sharael and I will be fine.
Don't be silly.
Eric says, his cheer returning in full force.
And don't let me catch you paying again.
He winks at Cair.
Still haven't paid you back for all the coin you saved me. My girls won't sit for a week if I catch 'em taking coin from you.
All right.
Cair says, tone light and good-natured.
Well, I'll be tipping them, Eric.
Oh, well, can't say no to that. They work hard, you know. Sit.
Eric waves us forward, but the place is jammed.
Get out, you beggards.
He suddenly roars at 4 grubby men hunched around a long plank table.
This is General Cair Olosis.
Cair winces, hand lifting in an attempt to hush him, but Eric barrels on.
He and his friends are honored guests, not like you dirty lot.
The 4 men look anything but pleased. Still, they rise with only minor grumbles. Shawn steps in quickly.
Let me pay for your drinks.
He presses a handful of coins into the first man's palm. Judging by the man's grin, it's generous. That seems to smooth over any brewing tension. Eric, however, gets riled.
No need to pay for anything.
He reaches to reclaim the money, but Shawn intercepts him. The innkeeper's face flushes crimson as he starts fishing into his own pocket.
Eric, we're fine.
Eric stammers, mouth open, breath huffing in exasperated little puffs. Just as it seems he might burst, Sharael steps forward and places a gentle hand on his chest.
Eric, be at ease.
Astonishingly, it works. He quiets. His face twitches with confusion, but he collects himself quickly and turns to call a girl from across the room. Her name is Delina, late teens by the look of her. Eric assigns her to us with a host of stern warnings delivered in half-joking tones. Delina blushes when talks of a tanned bottom, but nods through the whole ordeal. Sharael leans in, eyes narrowing.
He's not really going to hit them, is he?
The concern is genuine. Truth be told, the joke makes me uneasy too. In my youth, my friend Darren caught us switching more often than not, though he did have a knack for trouble. Still, my family never punished that way. I give Sharael a quiet reassurance, and she seems to ease a little. We settle in around the long bench table. Delina takes our first orders for beer. Farthen slaps a hand against the tabletop with a heavy thud, claiming the wall-side seat. Sharael takes the spot beside him, while I slide onto the bench across. Shawn sits beside Cair. DagGar sits right in the middle of the table. Your best behavior, I whisper across the table. Sharael grins, but Farthen slams his palm again.
We've got to get some food. I'm in the mood for a bonny time, and I mean to have it.
Sharael, Maldine. I flinch as Farthen's palm thuds against the table again. The tavern is far more crowded than the one in La Rose, and somehow I like it more. Memories stir. Places like this feel familiar, but not. Some images seem too clear when they shouldn't, while others, those that should be, slip away like fog. It's disconcerting. Pipe smoke swirls in the air. I breathe it deep. Beer, sweat, old wood, laughter. It's wonderful. By the fireplace, a lone musician tunes a string box. 6 strings. I know the sound before the first note is played. Songs will follow. Singing, too. But not too much beer tonight. I lean toward Farthen. Small beer, I whisper. He smiles, surprising me with a warm pat to my knee before rising in search of Delina. Cair watches him go but says nothing. He's been oddly agreeable the past few days. Still, something smolders behind those eyes. He watches Cullen too long, too hard. I don't think Cullen's noticed. I'll speak with him soon. Delina returns with the drinks, Farthen right behind her. He slips back into his seat and gives me a wink.
I got one for the shinbo.
He whispers. Delina starts with DagGar, giggling as she places a comically large mug in front of him. Farthen's already wheezing with laughter.
Let's see that little weasel get through that one.
He snickers, nudging me with an elbow. Delina hesitates, maybe second-guessing whether she's been misled. Then she moves on, handing mugs to Shawn and Cair, who sits ramrod straight, like a general awaiting formal presentation. With a sigh, Delina circles the table and places his mug down carefully. Farthen stands to grab his and mine. Then Cullen reaches down the table for his. She bends lower than needed when she reaches for him. Not overtly, but it's obvious. He smiles back. It's a kind smile, one I want for myself. Then he leans away, pulls back just slightly, as if she's too close. Delina doesn't seem to notice. She beams at him before turning away. She's very pretty, I admit to myself. My hand reaches for the beer without thinking. I've been craving this drink since spotting the inn. Farthen clears his throat, lifts his mug.
To the fellowship.
The words echo around the table. Everyone joins in, except me. Not out of spite. I just missed the cue. DagGar climbs to his hind legs, front paws on the mug's rim.
In one end!
DagGar plunges his entire face into the drink, sending froth cascading over the sides. The first gulp bites hard, bitter, sharp. Nothing like the sweet small beers I've had before. A second sip settles better. Maybe they brew rougher out here. By the time my mug's drained, Delina's already back with another round. Farthen bangs his empty on the table, belting out some ridiculous tune about another round or the town falling down. This time, I watch her closely. She's definitely leaning a touch too far toward Cullen again, practically in his face. And that smile, sweet and radiant as she asks if there's anything he'd like from the kitchen. My glare sharpens. She turns to me next.
Anything for you, miss?
Have the others ordered? I nod stiffly at Cullen, whatever he's having. She hesitates, clearly picks up on my mood. Eyes flick to Cullen, who looks puzzled.
Mister?
She asks. He glances at her, then at me.
What's the cook got tonight?
She rattles off a few dishes. He makes a choice. Turns out, I hadn't missed anything. But it feels like I did. Too busy watching Miss Bulging Bosoms to hear the actual conversation. I swallow, loudly, grip my beer, and ready myself for a long drink. Cullen says something. I don't catch it. I laugh anyway. It sounds forced, even to me. His attention lands on me, finally, and just in time for her to return, carrying 3 plates of food. Ugh, even on small beer, I'm a disaster. She eyes me briefly while setting the plates down, and I glare right back. Then Cullen's meal arrives, and she leans in just as close as before. Anger flares. But then, he smiles. That makes me pause. Does he like her? Of course he does. Cullen likes everyone, at first. Just like his trust, given freely until there's a reason not to. She is, well, more endowed than me, and has them hiked up in that corset like a prize to win. Is that what he likes? I think of the mirror at Marta's, try to remember how I looked. I felt good then, didn't I? When Cullen looks at me, I must look a sight, face hot, scowling like a sour old crone. Tension coils under my skin. I force a smile, try to soften. He probably thinks me the village idiot again. At last, his eyes drift from mine and settle on DagGar, who's balancing on his tiptoes, with his head plunged deep into his mug. The beer level drops centimeter by centimeter as his belly expands like a little bellows, rhythmically pumping as he drinks. Farthen is nearly wheezing with laughter, his face flushed red, one hand pounding the table in delight. Delina, thankfully, is laughing too. The distraction saves me from further scrutiny. She finally turns away from our table. A glance around the room catches the other serving girls bending just as far for other patrons, one after another. Of course. Such a fool. I should know better. Bar girls always flirted with the patrons. A wink here, a lean there. It never meant anything. Well, not always true. But most of the time, just a way to earn a bigger tip. The next gulp of beer is too large, burning slightly on the way down as it stretches my throat. We'll likely have private time later tonight, Cullen and I. He has questions. I can feel them coming. The thought tightens something in my chest. A soft strumming begins near the fire as the musician starts to sing. No one pays much attention yet. He's warming the crowd with simple, familiar tunes. A few drift closer. Most keep eating, laughing, oblivious to the notes rising through the smoke. Then the rest of the food arrives. Roasted meat, thick vegetables, gravy poured over it all. The scent alone pulls my focus. The plate in front of me could feed a family. What is it?
Pork.
Farthen replies, already cutting in. Cullen draws his knife, and I realize I have none. His spare had gone to Farthen earlier. Hands idle, I glance around helplessly until Cullen asks,
What's wrong?
A smile finds my lips. I don't have a knife.
Oh, I'm sure they've got one around here somewhere.
He rises without hesitation, off to find one. So sweet,
Here, lass.
Farthen says, offering his knife.
Dig in. I'll wait for Cullen.
I try to refuse, but he won't have it. Hunger wins. I thank him with the best smile I can summon and dig in. When Cullen returns, he hands the knife back to Farthen with a grin. Thanks him for getting me started. We trade. It's his knife, after all. I hope they're singing, I say through a mouthful of roast pork.
Aye, lass.
Farthen replies.
A good round of singing would do me just fine tonight.
DagGar sputters something from the depths of his mug, his hind legs stretched wide, front paws pinned to his sides, face almost at the bottom. But the bubbles make it hard to tell. With the last piece of thick bread, I sop up the remaining gravy. A perfect finish. And then the singing begins. To my surprise, it's Farthen who starts. A raucous, catchy chorus I've never heard before. But the moment he finishes the first line, voices rise around the tavern in reply. He winks at me, hoping I'll join. I try. The words are strange, some nonsensical, but it doesn't matter. A favorite quickly emerges, a song about a young drunkard who stumbles out of a tavern, bumps into a tree, and falls straight into the arms of the girl he's been chasing. By the time we reach, "You canny shove your granny aff a cart," I'm crying with laughter.
Off the cart!
The tavern answers.
No, you can't shove your granny off a cart. Off the cart! Or you can't shove your granny, 'cause she's your daddy's mammy. So you shove your other granny off the cart.
I'm nearly peeing with laughter. The night doesn't slow because the music fades. It slows because Cair quietly rises and speaks to Eric. DagGar lies sprawled on his back, one paw over his distended belly, either purring or snoring, hard to tell. He's so cute like this. Can't help but pet his fuzzy stomach. His legs twitch, and I scratch his tiny head. He's best when sleeping. My 5th mug of small beer sits nearly empty. Small or not, it's enough to wobble me. The 3 trips to the privy tonight have each been an adventure. Farthen escorted me once, then Shawn, then Cullen. Just returning from the last one when Eric arrives at our table. Cullen catches my arm, steadying me. His grin borders on a laugh. At me? He lifts DagGar easily and tosses him over one shoulder. The little beast belches so powerfully his entire body shakes. Cullen has me check his back to make sure nothing launched. Then we head to the stairs. A glance over my shoulder catches Farthen, still at the table, raising a mug in silent farewell. Think he says good night, but the tavern noise swallows his voice. We climb 2 flights. Eric leads us to a room near the back wall, where the din of the inn fades, though not completely.
It's a lovely room.
Eric says.
Beautiful view at dawn. Your packs are already up here.
He opens the door. It's more than I expected. Thought we'd get something between LaRose and Marta's. A spare room, something practical. But this? 3 lanterns cast soft golden light over a homey space. Dressers, throw rugs, a floor closet, a double bed with a carved chest at the foot. A wash table sits in the corner, stacked with face towels, a jug of water, soap, and a large mirror mounted on the wall. Cullen glances at Eric, brow furrowed.
I said we'd be happy in the barn.
Don't be silly, sir. I couldn't have you at my inn and sleeping outside.
Cullen looks ready to argue, then pauses.
This is your room, isn't it? Your wife's room.
Yes, sir.
So he knows. Knows Cullen is first Parthas. Whether he knows me or not, he's pieced something together.
And we are honored to give it to you, just for the night. We'll be up with the dawn anyway.
Eric.
Cullen begins, but he stops. Not because he wants the room, but because Eric looks as though we're the ones disappointed. It's a lovely room, I say. Thank you so much for your hospitality. Eric lights up at the words, bows deeply.
Your Magus. It's an honor.
He knows. White circle, at least. And with that, a flicker of fear coils in my chest. an elven general, a first Parthis, a white circle magus, all under one roof. People will talk. Eric hesitates, clearly unsure whether to speak again.
You'll forgive us.
He finally says.
That some drawers still contain our personal effects.
We won't need them.
Cullen assures him. Eric bows once more and begins to retreat. Something nags at me, urge to warn him to hold his tongue. But words tangle with drink, and thinking's hard enough. Cullen speaks instead.
Eric, our business is very private.
Oh, I know it is. First Parthis. Oh, damn. I mean, sir, yes, I know it is.
No one else.
Voice cold now.
To your grave. Do you understand?
Eric's face loses all color as Cullen's hand drops to the hilt of his sword.
Oh, of course. No one else need know, sir. Your Magus.
Just Cullen and Sharael, if you please.
Cullen says, voice clipped and stern. Thank Corbin. Straight head on his shoulders, that one. Though the sword hand gesture might have been a touch harsh.
Oh, yes, of course. Cullen, Sharael.
Eric replies, bowing again as he backs out of the room. We let him go without another word. The door closes, a heavy click. The quiet that follows presses in close. Realization hits hard. I'm alone with Cullen, or near about. He looks at me gently.
Are you all right?
He asks, setting DagGar atop his pack near the wall.
You were looking a little off earlier tonight.
A smile comes easy, almost too easy. Yes, I'm fine.
Good.
He starts to undress.
Are you good with the sleeping arrangements?
The question catches me off guard. Why would he ask that? We've shared a bed more than once now. He's seen me in my unders. A nod answers him as I begin to change. He waits, always so patient. When I'm ready, he snuffs out the lanterns and joins me beneath the covers. Legs bump.
Oh, your feet are cold.
He gasps, and I laugh, too loud, too sudden. Nerves. Because the questions, the ones I've been dreading, are coming. A part of me wants him to ask, wants to tell him, wants it all out. The other part, the louder part, fears it. What if he runs again, like he did in the Rose? One truth, one moment, and he was gone. Can't risk that again. Can't take that kind of rejection. Moonlight spills through the window, soft silver blue across the bed. Must be full tonight. Then he speaks.
What will happen once you've been returned to the circle?
His voice is quiet, contained. Not just curiosity, something deeper. Is he wondering what becomes of us? Doubt it. More likely, he's thinking about his own duties. His role. The question haunts me too. The world feels different, tarnished. Will the circle even resemble what we knew? He waits. Well, I think it's likely they'll want to honor the oath sworn and oath taken.
No.
He cuts in, gently.
I mean, to us?
Everything freezes, heart pounding. He wants to know. About us. When I don't answer, he tries again.
Will I be able to see you?
Will he? I don't know. Would life return to the same me secluded, bound to the circle, silent and obedient? Still can't speak. Not sure if it's fear or truth. I have no answer.
Sharael?
I don't know, I whisper. I have to think about it. He echoes the words.
Think about it.
Oops. I don't mean it like that, I rush to explain, but the beer's still fogging my mind. I want to spend more time with you, so much more, if I can. Hells. At this point, I want to spend all my time with him. But do I say that? My body turns toward him. Before I can reach for him, he reaches for me, takes my hand.
Sharael, there are still some things you need to tell me.
The shift punches the breath from my lungs. Romantic tension to full-blown dread. Heart races. Want to be with him, run from him, tell him, hide from him. All at once.
But I can wait.
Relief. Sweet, sudden relief.
I want to ask so many things, but right now, forefront, I want to say that I feel very strong for you.
What? My heart trips. Is he going to say, does he love me?
I don't want to frighten you or push you away. If you don't feel the same, you only have to say.
Of course I feel the same. Would scream it if I could. But words are gone. Instead, I place my free hand on his cheek and lean closer. He does the same. Breaths mingle. I swallow, loudly. Lick my lips, just in case. His breath is warm. Our faces are so close. Wait, I whisper. He goes still. Tension ripples across his body. Cullen. He braces, probably expecting the worst. But it's not rejection I want to give. It's something else. Something deeper. My confession.
Season 6, Episode 12. By this point, the journey has changed. The environment is no longer the primary threat. It's the uncertainty layered over everything. The sense that what lies ahead may not follow any pattern they can rely on. And still, they move forward. Because turning back is no longer an option. This episode continues to build that sense of inevitability, of movement towards something that hasn't revealed itself yet, but is clearly waiting. You can find more about the series at mikecarmel.ca, and if the story is holding your attention, a quick rating or review helps more than it seems.